Is this the best cryptocurrency debit card on the market? And is the Crypto.com app the best app for buying and selling cryptocurrencies and earning rewards in crypto? I'm going to give my honest opinion on Crypto.com, having now used the platform for around a year. So I'm going to share what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and break down the different services on offer for you. My name is Lark, and this is where you subscribe for all of the hottest and all of the latest happening out here in the wild, wild land of crypto. And also, just real quick before we do begin, the uber popular Crypto.com Debit Card is now shipping to the USA, it's shipping to the UK, the EU, New Zealand, Australia, Taiwan, the Philippines, and soon coming to Canada as well. Now, if you reserve yourself a Ruby Red tier card or higher using the link down below in the description, then you will receive a $50 bonus. If you don't use the link, then you don't get the bonus, so you're leaving free money on the table. So do check out that link if you do want to grab yourselves a card. Okay, so let's dive into the conversation here. Now, to be clear, I am only discussing the app and the card in this review. I'm not talking about the Crypto.com exchange. That really needs a whole separate video to break all of that down. And while Crypto.com is a channel sponsor for my Friday news video, this is not a sponsored video. It's not part of that package. This is just my personal thoughts as a user of the platform for close to a year now. So you can take it for what you will. So let's discuss the app first. Now, the Crypto.com app, it's got a very simple and clean user interface. It's a really nice place to be able to just go and manage your crypto, so I do like that. I quite enjoy using the app for that. Now, they also do have an ever-expanding list of supported fiat currencies. We just got the New Zealand dollar recently, so I'm able to hook my credit card up and buy using New Zealand dollars, which is nice. They also have an ever-expanding range of cryptocurrencies for sale as well. Now, if you do want to add a credit card to buy crypto, it's super easy to do, and until the end of September, there's actually no fee for purchasing crypto using your card. After September, there will be a 3.5% fee. So until that time, Crypto.com is actually one of the cheapest places to buy crypto. So that's well worth keeping in mind. After that, sending a bank transfer is going to be the way you're going to do it. It's not as easy, but you will have lower fees if you do use bank transfers versus your card. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, in terms of using Crypto.com as a place to buy and sell cryptocurrencies, it works just fine. It has a good range of coins, but it doesn't really have that trading user experience. It's more of a broker experience. So it's something to keep in mind if you do want to be trading or just timing the markets better. You'll want to use an app like Kraken or Binance for that. But if you're just looking to do a quick buy or sell, the app works really well for that. Now, something you do want to keep in mind is that the Crypto.com app is a custodial app, so they, not you, are in control of the private keys. Now, this is basically the same as using any other exchange in that regard. So unless you plan on actually lending out your crypto via the app, then you will want to consider withdrawing your crypto back to your cold wallet for long-term storage. So that's fairly standard, but it is important to note that. Which brings us on to our next feature, Crypto.com's Earn. Now, this allows you to lend out your crypto and get some pretty damn lucrative rewards for doing so. By the way, I often hear people referring to this as staking. This is not actually staking. It is lending. Both of those things give you rewards. You may not care about the difference, but there is a difference, and it's worth being aware of that. Also, it must be noted that the best rates do require a 10,000 CRO stake to get that extra 2% bonus. You will also need to commit to a 3-month lockup period to get the best rates as well. Now, if you do both of those things, if you have the 10,000 CRO staked and you do the 3-month lockup, then Crypto.com does have some fantastic rates. In fact, some of the best rates around. Payouts are done weekly, but it does require an investment in their token to be able to get that, as well as those time commitments for your crypto. Now, other platforms like BlockFi, they may not have such high rates, but they're also way more flexible. It doesn't require spending $1,600 to be able to get higher rates, and you can withdraw at any time. So there's a trade-off there, and you need to keep that in mind. Crypto.com, I've made a lot of money lending on their service, but I would never recommend you to lend out 100% of your stack. I personally lend between both BlockFi and Crypto.com, and even then, I only lend out a percentage of my holdings, definitely not all of my crypto holdings. Now, Crypto.com does also offer a credit feature. Now, this allows you to get a loan versus your cryptocurrency. So if you need cash, but you don't want to sell your Bitcoin, you can actually get a loan paid out in stable coins against that. Now, this is a pretty cool bonus feature, but honestly, it's one that I have never used. So it's worth keeping that in mind. But I do like that it is available if I ever think, well, I need some cash real quick, but I don't want to sell my Bitcoin, so I can use that feature. But that brings us on to the card now, which I think is the most popular feature of Crypto.com. The Crypto.com debit card, it's super, super popular. And there are many reasons for the popularity. One is that it is so widely available. So many people in so many countries can actually get this. It does have low fees. It does have great perks. There are 5 tiers of the card which are available. You can actually get a free card, which gives you 1% cash back bonus every time that you swipe your card, or crypto back bonus technically. Now, this is an easy way to spend your crypto, so a great option for some people. But the most popular tier is the Ruby Red card. You get 2% cash back with that, combined with free Spotify, and of course that $50 sign-up bonus means that you can actually pay that card back very, very quickly. It requires a 1,000 CRO stake, which at the time of recording is around $160 to $170. Now, next up is the Jade Green card, which is the one that I personally have. And I think this is actually probably the best value overall in terms of a tier for a card, since you get 3% cash back. You get that bonus on your lending. You get free Netflix, you get free Spotify, as well as free airport lounge access. That is a massive, massive value package. If you make use of those perks, this card can pay itself off rather quickly. I have been loving the cashback rewards. I use the card often for just, small purchases like dinner or grabbing a bottle of wine or whatever. Nothing serious. Also, I do support a Rhino charity with the card, so that's kind of nice, but get a little bit of cash back for supporting a good cause. But I have not yet paid the card off from the crypto back rewards. I'm on the road to doing that, but still not there. The bonus on lending, that has been pretty gosh darn sweet, I must say. But sadly, the damn pandemic has crushed my dreams of bossing it up at airport lounges around the world. One day I'll be able to travel again. Anyway, until that time, you can make use of the other features. But by the way, this card costs 10,000 CRO tokens, which means that it is really a card for more serious investors, as it is a $1,600 to $1,700 price commitment at the time of recording this video. The perks are definitely there to pay off this card if you're using it, and I'm well on my way to paying off the card after having had the card for around 9 months or something like that. So even though it's pricey, if you're using it, it does pay itself off. Also, I need to mention that the money that you pay to buy the CRO token is not gone. It's more like an investment. The money that you spend to buy those tokens, you actually just stake those tokens. You can actually unstake them after 6 months and take your money back, but you don't continue to get the high perks for the card. So if you do no longer want to use the card in the future, you can always just unstake and sell your tokens and probably get most, if not all, of your money back, or maybe even make a profit off of those tokens. Oh, and you do get a 20% a year staking reward for staking CRO tokens, which is pretty gosh darn sick, to be honest. But just a quick note, I do not hold those CRO tokens for speculation. The only CRO that I personally hold is what I need for my card. I look at it as a straight utility token for access to a product. I do not look at it as, a speculative asset that I'm playing around with, just a utility for using the card. Now, there are 2 more tiers of cards that are available. Honestly, for most people watching, the Jade Green card is already going to be a pretty big, expensive card. But if you are a baller hitting it big time in crypto, then the Icy White card will set you back about $16,000, and the Obsidian card about $160,000. But you do get a huge bundle of extra perks, including stuff like free private jet hire, so that's pretty sick. Now, by the way, the card funding is done by selling your crypto and transferring it into fiat, so this way you can actually cash out your gains and really just lock them in, so you don't have to be afraid to use your card on a day when the markets are down, because you've already cashed out, you've already got the cash sitting there, so you got that fiat you can just use with the card. Overall, I have been loving my card. The Crypto.com app is great as well, but that does not mean that there has been no drama with the company like any big successful company. Stuff happens as the company continues to explode in popularity. I've heard quite a few complaints of customer service tickets being answered quite slowly, which is, I think, something when, you've got money on the line, people want answers right away. So it's tough. It's a tough balance for them to find. Crypto.com was also caught up in all that Wirecard drama. And while everything in the end was fine because they issued their cards through a subsidiary that wasn't implicated in all the drama that happened with Wirecard, it did create a lot of uncertainty for a lot of users, and there was a temporary shutdown of some of the cards. The biggest recent drama, though, was the end of the MCO token. Now, the swap actually caused some people to be rather outraged, considering the fixed rate was decided for the swap. Now, that led to a lot of confusion for existing token holders, so I can understand why people got upset about the situation, but anyone looking to get a card now, that stuff's not an issue. All these issues have been resolved. Another concern that I do hear often floated, though, is that the rates are too high for the lending program, they're too high for the card, the business model is not going to be sustainable in the long run. On that, I would agree to an extent. I think those critics, though, do miss the critical point that Crypto.com is running a high growth strategy for their business right now. Those rewards, they're likely going to decrease in the future for things like lending or staking of the CRO token. The idea now is to give users a reason to come and try their services, which of course you have to entice people in with finance to bring people into your app. I think it's a good business strategy in a highly competitive market with a lot of very savvy players. Anyway, overall, I remain a fan of Crypto.com. I like the app. I like using the card. I will continue using both of those personally, but I would love to hear what you think. Do you have a Crypto.com debit card? Do you like using it? Have you got enough rewards to pay off your card yet? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend out there in your part of the world. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.